Hi guys, this morning I did put up a video about the smear campaign, and I said in that video that I was in agreement with you going ahead and speaking up for yourself, and I definitely still agree with that. I just want to also point out some other things to keep in mind before you do this, or and while you're doing this. When you first break things off with a narcissist, you may be in what people would call, quote unquote, a broken state. You may be emotionally crushed at this time because you're connecting the dots at this point and you're realizing some really hurtful things, that this narcissist was just basically a con artist that came in and sold you a bunch of pipe dreams and none of it was true. They knew it and they were just trying to manipulate you for their own gain, whatever they wanted to gain out of the situation. Okay, so at this point, you may be pissed off. You may be angry. When you're grieving things, there's 5 stages to the grieving process. So you could be livid at this point. And some of the reasons why other channels may say, don't speak up is because you may come off the wrong way to other people and may make you look like the hostile person. So, I just want to point out, try your best to take care of your delivery when you do go out and you go and tell your side of the story. If you can do it calm and collective and with dignity and with respect and without bitterness, that's the best way to do it. That's going to be how you can get your point across without you looking like this crazy, deranged person. Because that's how you will come off when you're taking that raw emotions that you have when you are fresh out of narcissistic abuse. Okay, so I just want you to be mindful of that. I also want you to also be mindful of the fact that you could come forward and speak your truth, and the people that you want to believe it may not. They may decide or choose not to believe it, and this could throw salt on a wound that's already tender. So if you're doing it just to speak your piece and not focusing on trying to change people's mind, but look, this is what happened, whether you want to believe it or not type of approach, that is the way that you want to do it. Don't go into it, with your hopes and dreams on changing people's minds, because some people, they take sides and they may side with the narcissist at that point, and they may forever side with the narcissist. You have to go into it understanding that and making your peace with it. You speaking up is just you planting the seed and just getting it out there. Look, this is my truth, whether you want to believe it or not. You don't have to say that part to them, whether you want to believe it or not, of course, but mentally just keep that in your mind and go about it that way. It was important for me to come back and address that with you because, the intentions of you speaking up, it really matters. Because if you're doing it for a reason that it could be wishy-washy, because they may or may not believe you, so just speak up just for yourself. Do this is all for you. It's not to persuade them, it's just to let them know. Now they're going to decide whether they want to listen or believe that or not, but that's not your problem at that point. You already tried to told them your truth, and that's it. Okay, so I really just wanted to follow up with that piece of information or advice to tag along with this smear campaign video, because I want to protect you mentally and emotionally, because enough has happened to you, and I just don't want you to be worse off. So if you do it, just do it mentally, considering that, it's possible that they still may not believe you. And that's okay, because you said what you needed to say. You got it off your chest. You know what I'm saying? And also understanding that, fresh out of it, you may be real raw in your delivery. So you want to take extra care and mindfulness to that when you are going to whoever and, speaking your piece. All right. So I just wanted to leave you with that video as well. And just to give you something else to consider when coming forward. I am still for a person standing up for themselves and speaking. Again, not to try to change the narcissist's mind, because a narc is going to be a narc, okay? And they're flying monkeys, which are the people that are siding with them. And sometimes, innocent people that are just very fooled and manipulated by them. You know, some people are just so gullible that, you know, it's easy for them to fall into that trap, okay? So I just wanted to say this as well to follow up on my smear video, and I'll go ahead and put this on the playlist and put it underneath the other one so that it's just side by side for everyone. And I hope that this information has, you know, helped you in fighting against the smear campaign, and there will be more videos to come because I have a lot of information on this. So it's a beautiful day here where I'm at. I'm just in my quiet car. It just gives such a good delivery. It's easy for me to do it this way. So you guys be blessed, and until next time, you take care.